Hey everyone, let's talk about something we've all felt, that fear of failing. But what if I told you we've got it all wrong? What if the thing we're so terrified of is actually the secret sauce for success? Yeah, for real. Let's get into it.
Okay, so I want to kick things off with a question for you. Just think about it for a second. What's the one thing, the one surefire way to guarantee you will fail? Is it not being talented enough? Or maybe just bad luck? Not having the right connections? The answer is way simpler, and honestly, a little surprising.
Yep, that's it. Doing nothing at all. The only 100% guaranteed way to fail is to not even try. Because if you don't even step up to the plate, you can't possibly get a hit, right? It's a total dead end. And that's what we should really be afraid of, not the trying part. So let's actually redefine what failure really is.
All right, that brings us right into our first section. We're going to flip the whole idea of failure on its head.
Okay, so here's the big takeaway. The real failure, it isn't screwing up. It's not falling short of the goal. It's not even making the attempt in the first place. The greatest innovators in history, we're talking Henry Ford, Marie Curie, they all got this. For them, failure wasn't some scary monster to avoid. Nope, it was just part of the process. A stepping stone you have to walk on to get to the other side.
So if that's true, why are we so terrified of it? Why are we so paralyzed by this fear of failing? Well, in this next section, we're going to dig into the psychology behind why we're so darn scared of getting it wrong.
It really boils down to three big reasons. First, we have a totally skewed idea of what success even is. Second, we set these crazy, unrealistic expectations for ourselves. And third, we fall into this trap of perfectionism. So let's start with that first one, our weird view of success.
Think about it. We're surrounded by social media, right? All we ever see is the finished product, the big win, the perfect vacation photo. It's the highlight reel, 24/7. But what we don't see is the blooper reel, the messy behind-the-scenes stuff, the years of grinding, all the rejections, the hundreds of little failures that actually made that success possible.
Look at some of the biggest names out there. Abraham Lincoln, the guy failed in 8 different elections before he finally became president. Michael Jordan, the GOAT, he was famously cut from his high school basketball team. Bill Gates, a Harvard dropout. See, their stories aren't really about that final victory. They're about the incredible resilience they showed through one failure after another.
Okay, the second big reason is our expectations are just way out of whack. We somehow think we should be amazing at something on the very first try. But seriously, when does that ever happen in real life? Think about a baby learning to walk. Do they just pop up and start running a marathon? Of course not. They fall down a lot. Learning anything is all about trial and error.
And this example is just perfect. Everyone thinks of the Beatles as this overnight success. But Malcolm Gladwell talks about this in his book Outliers. Before they hit it big, they played over 1,200 shows in Hamburg. We're talking thousands and thousands of hours on stage honing their craft. They weren't an overnight success. They were a 1,200-night success.
And that brings us to the third killer, perfectionism. This one is a doozy. It's that little voice in your head that says, hey, if I can't do this perfectly, I'm not even going to bother. The fear of looking dumb or making one little mistake just paralyzes you. But here's the thing. When you do that, you rob yourself of the most valuable thing you could possibly get, experience.
Look, this isn't just about inspiring stories. The cold, hard data tells the exact same tale. So for this next section, let's actually look at success by the numbers.
Okay, check this out. Babe Ruth, one of the greatest to ever play the game. His batting average was an amazing .342, but what does that actually mean? It means he failed almost 66% of the time. Let that sink in. 2 out of every 3 times he went to bat, he did not get a hit. For one of the best ever, failure was literally the norm.
And it's not just in baseball. Take Wayne Gretzky, the great one, in hockey, probably the best ever, right? His career shooting percentage was less than 18%. That means for every 1 goal he scored, he missed or got blocked more than 4 times. So at the highest levels of performance, failing way more than you succeed isn't just normal, it's actually a requirement.
And really, who could say it better than Gretzky himself? This quote just brings it all home. It ties everything we've talked about together perfectly. The numbers back it up, and the legends absolutely lived it.
Okay, so we figured out what real failure is, and we know why we're so scared of it. Now for the big question. What the heck do we do about it?
This final section is all about action. It's your personal toolkit for beating that fear.
So, it breaks down into 4 simple steps. Step 1, just expect to fail sometimes. It's gonna happen. You're human. Step 2, don't take it personally. A failure is something that happened. It's not who you are. Step 3, learn from it. Squeeze every drop of information out of every attempt. And step 4, believe that you can bounce back. Trust in your own perseverance.
And really, this is the whole game. It's a huge mindset shift. You have to stop looking at failure as some kind of personal report card on your character. It's not. It's just data. That's all it is. It's information. It's the world telling you, hey, that didn't work, try something else. It's just a signpost, a stepping stone pointing you in a better direction.
I want to leave you with this amazing quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. So stop aiming for perfection right out of the gate. Instead, just aim to run more experiments. Because the more you try, yeah, the more you'll fail. But the more you'll learn. And that is how you ultimately succeed. So the only question left is, what experiment are you going to run today?